Let me tell you a fantastic fucking story last night. All right, so I'm working the road with Joe DeRosa, young Joe DeRosa, the fucking teen idol from the Opie and Anthony show, who is actually going to be on the cover of Teen Beat this month. And it's actually I saw a little bit of the photo shoot. He's doing a tribute to Annette Funicello and that other fucking guy. Was it Tony Curtis? Who the fuck she used to make those beach movies with? Oh, whatever. Joe's gonna be there shirtless, holding a surfboard, and I'll tell you, he's never looked sexier. Um, so the fuck am I talking about? Christ, I don't even know anymore. Yeah. So we go out last night, right? We're doing the show. There's these two big titted whores sitting in the front fucking row. All right. So we're like, oh wow, look at these girls. These girls will probably be fun, right? And I'm in a relationship, but I like being the wingman. You know, I love being the wingman. I love it. I love talking shit to girls. I love hitting on girls. I fucking do it all the time. And then I try to pawn them off to whoever the fuck I am. And, so I don't have any goddamn guilt. So, anyway, long story short, we're talking to these broads. And it's clear that there's some sort of strippers. I don't know what the fucking deal is, okay? So we meet everybody from whatever. I'm going to stop naming names here, okay? So a huge group of us from the show, from the crowd and everything, we go and we head out to this bar, right? So one of the strippers is cool. The other one has a voice that could literally crack a flat screen TV. All right? So the cool one shows up first. She sits down. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I like at the end of the week, I hang out. I'll buy a round for some people. I'm in a great mood. I had a good time. I'm on my way home. I'll buy some people some drinks. So I say to her, hey, what would you like to drink? She's like, I'll have a fucking Gaga Goo Goo, one of those fucking chick drinks. So I get her a drink. I buy young Joe DeRosa a fucking drink, right? Everybody's having a good time. And then this other person shows up who I knew, and she was a real nice person. I said, hey, what do you want for a drink? And she was like, I'll get a vodka Red Bull, right? I got my $20 bill out. And then the stripper's like, yeah, make it two, right? And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean make it two? You haven't even finished your first drink. Don't be ordering off my money. You finished your first one there, young lady. All right? Stand the fuck down. You're not working right now. I'm not some dipshit getting a fucking lap dance, all right? Finish your fucking milk and cookies first. So, needless to say, the conversation cooled between the two of us. But I didn't give a fuck, man. I was having a good time. But whatever. It was still kind of, whatever. I was talking shit. We were talking sports. The bartender was cool. Everything was going great. So, we're chilling out, and all of a sudden, this fucking, the other fucking stripper girl shows up. Out. It was just such classic female shit. She's got her tits hanging out. She's got the fuck me pumps on, and she comes up. She goes, hey. And she sees her friend with a drink, and she knows goddamn well she didn't pay for it. So she looks over at me and is like, well, that must have been the sap who fucking bought it, right? So she looks at me and she goes, hey, Bill. She's like, what are you drinking? Right? And I know what she's doing. I'm like, I'm drinking one of those Sam Adams Oktoberfests. And I just leave it like that, nice and awkward. Right? Because I know what she's trying to get a drink out of me, right? So she doesn't know what to do. She's like, is it good? And I'm like, why, yes, it is. At this point, DeRosa knows what's going on. I don't know that he knows what's going on. So she looks at me like, okay, well, evidently he's not buying any more drinks. And then she looks at Joe. She's like, hey, Joe, what are you drinking? And Joe gets this shit-eating grin on his face. He goes, why, I'm drinking a Bud Light. Why? Would you like to buy me one? And she didn't know what the fuck to do. She's like, I guess. He goes, you know what? I think you should buy me a Bud Light, and you should buy my good friend Bill Burr here another Oktoberfest. What do you think about that? And at that point, I'm fucking dying laughing. The other stripper girl next to me, she's laughing her ass off because she knows what happened. And then the fucking girl with the screechy voice is sitting there. She doesn't know what the fuck to do. We fucking nailed it. And then like she's going, she didn't know what to do. And Joe's just going, yes, why don't you pay it forward for all the drinks that guys have bought in you and that you've drank and then immediately turned around and fucking walked away? Why don't you for once buy a couple of drinks for a couple of guys. And she's like, and since you put it that way, fine, I will. I'll buy you a fucking drink. And Joe's like, how about some shots too? And she just was, I don't know what, her fucking ego was that. She goes, fine, I'll fucking do that too. So we actually got a stripper to buy us 2 beers and 2 shots. So we're feeling like the kings of the world. And then all of a sudden we found out from this waitress that on the sly, she tried to put it on her boyfriend's fucking credit card. What a scumbag, right? So we bust her. And when this big commotion breaks out right before the fucking bartenders are about ready to swipe the boyfriend's credit card, we were like, don't you do it. Right? Just like an officer and a gentleman. I got nowhere else to go, right? We get them to stop, and they take out her ATM, and she had to fucking pay for it. And it was a done deal. We had 2 drinks, 2 shots from that fucking person who you know's never paid for a drink since she got her fucking tits, right? And this was the best part. The second we got our drinks, we said thanks a lot, and we both got up and we walked away. Oh, it was tremendous. Tremendous. It was the best night ever. And I'm just standing there drinking my drink. Like 20 minutes later, I'm milking it for all it's worth. This free fucking beer that a stripper bought me. It was awesome, right? And Joe's talking to some girl across the way, and and all of a sudden I just yelled over. I go, Joe! And he looks over at me, and I did the Robert De Niro line from when he was eating at Joe Pesci's mom right before they hacked up Billy Batts, right? He looks over, he's like, what's up? And I just pointed at the beer the stripper had bought, and I just went, delicious. Delicious. And that was my evening.